So good day to you, ma'am. Before I'm going to start my topic about this kind of discussion, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Roshin Lastimot Sarobiato from BA Ed 2. So my topic is all about learners in difficult circumstances. But in this topic, I'm focusing on from the indigenous groups. So first is the introduction. The introduction terms children in especially difficult circumstances or CADC was defined by UNICEF in 1986. So when we say UNICEF or the United Nations Children's Fund is a specialized and united agency dedicated to providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children and mothers worldwide. So it founded in 1946, but the truly is it is also focusing on health, nutrition, education, protection from violence in clean water in over 190 countries. So let's continue. It is identify children facing significant challenges such as armed conflict, disaster, exploitation, abuse, neglect, and discrimination. Later Ocampo, 1998, and Inyo 2003, sila yung dalawa yung expanded this definition to include children forced to work, sexual abuse, living on the streets, affected by natural disaster, involved in armed conflicts, and those vulnerable due to illness, poverty, or exclusion of UNICEF 2006. So here are the example or 6 types of example of the learner in difficult circumstances. So first is living in remote places. Kumbaga, merong kumokontrol. Victim of war, production of broken, learners from indigenous groups, street children or children from impoverished family of victims of abuse. This types, anim na ito yung anim na karakteristik na kailangan nating pagtuunan sa topic na ito upang malaman natin yung iba't ibang difficulties ng mga learners o yung mga bata at ano yung mga kinakaharap ng mga bata sa kasalukuyan. So, first we have living in remote places. So, learners who lives in geographically isolated area, often far from urban centers and educational institutions. So we have 4 characteristics of living in remote places. So it is geographic, isolation, and structure, linguistic, barrieric hardship. So these characteristics in living in remote places is residing in secluded, far off areas like islands or mountains, especially geographic distance from major urban center sites or modern structures. So this is also the seclusion of distance far from town or cities, requiring significant travel for services. It is also emphasized a life close to nature with minimal outside contacts. This is also featuring praise population, limited accessibility, or high self-sufficiency. So, before going to number 2 is, this one is the example of the living place and remote control. So, here is the 4 types of pictures when basis is, so, number 2 is victims of war. So, it is individuals who suffered harm because of armed conflicts. This harm can be physical, psychological, or material and can be include death, injury, displacement, loss of poverty, and emotional distress rather. So we have the 5 characteristics: exposure of violence, displacement, loss of family and community, economic hardship, health issue. So, ito yung mga characteristic or cause or effect na nangyayari dahil sa victims, include dito sa number 2 na which is yung victims of war. So, the example, this one is the Iran, war ng area Israel to Iran or US and Israel to Iran. Dahil sa war nila is hindi lang isang bansa, dalawang bansa ang naepektuhan ng poverty or nagsisimulang magkakaroon ng poverty, which is karamihan ng bansang karatig nito. Hindi lang yun, dahil sa kanilang bawat bansa is may nangyayaring kaguluhan, may nangyayaring health issue, may nangyayaring mga violence na di mabuti or namamatay. Hindi lang yun namamatay, kundi nagkakaroon din ng kahirapan or pangangailangan yung mga tao na hindi nila makukuha at di nila makakamtan dahil sa war na iyon. So, here is the most example, 4 types of example of victims of war. So, when you base the pictures, naka-include pa rin dito yung poverty, yung mga namamatay dahil sa mga pangyayari, yung mga nagkakaroon ng sakit, at yung mga buildings na nasisira. So, number 3 is a product of broken family. So, refers to individual who grow up in family where the parental relationship has ended due to separation, divorce, or other conflict. So, the effect or the cause this one is emotional distress, academic challenges, social difficulties, mental health issue. So, dahil sa pagkakaroon ng broken family, hindi lang naman nangyayari yan sa ibang bansa, kundi pati na rin dito sa Pilipinas, is maraming mga individualities or separated in relationship, lalo na kapag sa mga pamilya. Ang nangyayari dito is meron siyang cost. Ang cost nito is naapektuhan is yung mga bata. Dahil sa pagkakaroon ng divorce, first dito na naapektuhan is yung mga bata or yung mga anak natin. Nagkakaroon din tayo ng emotional distress. Maapektuhan din maapektuhan din lalo na yung mga bata or mga anak natin ng academic challenges nila dahil sa pag-iisip nila about their family. Social difficulties, pag-a-adjust, and mental health issue na maaaring dahil sa emotional distress is maapektuhan. So, here is the 2 types of pictures that example about the product of broken families. So, in my own opinion or advice, dapat kapag nag-aaway yung bawat pamilya is dapat hindi kasali yung mga bata or iniisip natin yung kapakanan ng ating mga anak. So, number 4 is children from impoverished families. So, children who live on the streets of a city, town, or village, often due to poverty. Effect of poverty in the education of these children is absenteeism, homework, under-resourced school district to break the cycle of poverty and improve their quality of life. So, ang pagkakaroon ng impoverished family is naapektuhan yung pag-aaral, magkakaroon ng absent, mga homework ng mga bata, maapektuhan din yung mga resources or pangangailangan nila sa pag-aaral. At dahil din sa epekto ng kahirapan, doon naapektuhan yung pag-aaral ng mga bata. So, number 5 is victims of abuse. Individuals who have experienced harm that violated on rights and well-being, effects of abuse on students. So number 1 is children imitate and transfer learned behavior in school. Number 2 are less likely to function successfully at school. Number 3, lack of the ability to make friends, to encourage them and let them know that they are free. So, as victims sa abuse, so dapat as individuals na nagkakaroon or nakakaranas ng pag-aabuso is dapat alam natin yung ating rights, alam natin kung saan tayo lulugar, alam natin kung anong yung tama at mali, at alam din natin kung ano yung dapat gagawin natin kung sakaling magkakaroon tayo na or magiging part tayo ng isang victims of the abuse. So here is the effect is magkakaiba yung behavior ng isang bata paloob ng, lalo na sa loob ng paaralan, at mapapansin natin yun dahan-dahan. Pangalawa, nagiging pabaya siya sa kanyang pag-aaral or maaaring napapabayaan niya or nahihina siya sa kanyang pag-aaral dahil sa pag-aabuso. Number 2 is ang lack of the ability to make friends dahil maaaring naapektuhan yun yung pagkipagsalamuha niya sa kanyang kapwa kaibigan dahil sa siya ay victims ng abuse. Mag-iiba yung perspective, mag-iiba yung pag-uugali ng isang victim. Number 6 is learners from indigenous groups. Learners who belongs to the original inhabitants of a particular region in whose cultural heritage, language, and tradition are distinct from those of the dominant culture. So here is the cultural identity, historical context, educational barriers, resilient or community support. So, ito yung mga pangangailangan, lalo na sa mga katutubo natin. Simulat sa pool, in my own opinion, as in elementary is, hindi na, hira lang tayo makakita ng mga indigenous people or mga katutubo na nakipagsalamuha sa mga Cebuano or mga kapwa nila Pilipino dahil nahihiya sila or maaaring dahil din sa kanilang kultura at hindi as a learners or future teachers to become, dapat maging alerto tayo at dapat kapag may nakita tayong ganitong pangyayari, lalo sa community, is dapat atin silang gawing in positive thinking. Dapat ipapakita natin sa kanila na sila ay part ng community at community support. Not only the community support as a teachers, you are such the one who support, except the parents, we are the one who support them to learn a lot about the lessons and to think positive para maisip din nila kung gaano kahalaga yung education. And that's it all. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Roshin Lastimosa Rubiato from BA Ed2. Thank you.